Welcome to Obstacle Running Adventures.
Man, that's a really good question. Well, here on the East Coast, I mean, when I see like Imogen on the start line, Heather,
Yeah.
um, I've raced against Ashley Heller a couple
Oh,
times.
yep.
Casey Monroe has come over. Miranda
Hmm.
is on the East Coast. I really hope she goes to Killington this year.
Yes.
Um, yeah, those I guess I've personally been able to race against. Faye Stenning has done like the new
Oh, yeah.
jersey at the end of the year. And I've raced against her a couple times, like just some of them that, do race on the East Coast just because that's sort of where I have stayed
Hmm.
in racing. I'd love to kind of make it out to more West Coast races because I feel like I'd also get to sort of race against some other women that I don't have the chance to.
Yeah.
Um,
It's super tough traveling out west to race too. I mean, you look at one of the greatest athletes in our sport right now, like Kempson, and he's like, yeah, I've just learned my lesson. Like I go to Seattle and I just get my ass kicked, and I'm just gonna like stay out over here. So I can get the desire to like want to stay over, and just like the trail system and everything's very different too.
Yeah, I think too with my like teaching schedule, it's just, once the year sort of starts, I only have so many personal days. So, if I can tackle them in the summertime, like that's great too. But then when you also have, a partner who works, trying to find time where you can take off work and get flights over, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something that if, next year we're sort of looking for the 3K, and a few more other, more competitive races, we'll schedule it. We'll find a way to make it work.
Yeah, and I definitely get it with the whole the time off issue too. Caitlin, when we got married, she had to get 2 days off in a row, and to do that, she needed to like email the superintendent and go through all of this bullshit. And it's like she only gets three personal days a year.
Yeah.
Like, just give it to her for God's sake. Yeah,
It's a
that is it.
challenge.
What grade do you teach?
I teach second graders,
Okay, yeah, she's
and
third grade special ed. So
okay, yeah, yep. And I work a lot with students with special needs as well as EMLs, so like English language learners.
okay, yep.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I've stuck with second grade for almost the entire time of my teaching career, so it's my favorite
I
group
feel
to
like
work
that's a good age because like most of them still are like eager to learn and excited to be in school. Like that they kind of hasn't worn off yet, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So I want to hear a little bit more about the Asheville race. I've never had the opportunity to race there before. So tell me about how that super went on the first day.
Yeah, Asheville was really cool. I had never raced there either. It was at the Equestrian Center. Well, when I did race Asheville a little while ago, it was
Because
a
it's
different venue.
Asheville in quotes. Yeah.
Right. But yes, it was at the Equestrian Center. So it was very wet, humid, but it was flatter. So it was definitely a faster course. I really liked it. It was in that it was flat. It was also a little bit more challenging for me because I'm not necessarily like a flat speed person. I'm more of like I'll grind up and down the hills. So that yeah, that was definitely different to sort of push your pace even harder. And then again, say, it's okay. You're gonna be tired, but when you get to the obstacles, like you can still do them.
Yeah. I saw that in one of your posts. You talked about like the importance of like running happy too. So like, how does that play a role in like when you're in like race mode? How do you take the step back and run happy too?
Yeah, that's definitely something I try to keep in mind. It's funny, my dad, he is on social media, but so he'll notice he's like, you have that hashtag race happy on like all of your posts. So he'll yell it to me before races or when he comes. But I just feel like, I want to be competitive, right? Like I enjoy it, I have fun. And I want to do well, but I also absolutely just love the sport and the places that I get to travel and the beautiful scenery and just the adventures that sort of the sport, allows you to take. That even when, things aren't going maybe, to plan, if you can still take a moment and look around you and just be like, but look at what you're doing. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is still really cool. And like, you signed up to do this, like, take it in and enjoy it. And then, of course, when we do fail or maybe, something doesn't go to plan, if you can find sort of the positive side of that as well, then you can walk away with maybe some things to learn from and take with you to sort of make yourself better the next time.